Hello, hello, hello. I am spiritual life coach Latricia Booker here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are, we elevate our minds and our spirits, and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose. That is the truth of who God has created us to be. First of all, I want to tell you all, thank you for viewing my videos. Thank you for all the likes, for the subscribes, for the shares, for all the financial contributions to my ministry and channel. And thank you for all of the life coaching bookings, which, by the way, brings me to, I'm looking to coach 2 people for free. 3 to 5 sessions of free coaching sessions. So if you are interested, just send me an email to kingdomtrish@gmail.com. And if you are selected to receive the 3 to 5 coaching sessions, and I say 3 to 5 depending on your needs, depending on, how it goes in the first 3 sessions. So, yeah, just send me an email, and my email will be down below in the description box. And so, yeah, I know it's been a little bit. I've been kind of busy and traveling and working and on missions. And, in all of that, when you come back to your normal place, you have to recover and restore and recalibrate, and which leads me into the subject matter for this video, sort of. And so in my experience, it's been a thing of, no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing or what's going on, I always feel like I'm working, because I am. And what I mean by that is because God always has his people on a mission. Yeah, and so with all that, dealing with people is an energetic exchange. You're dealing with energies, you're dealing with spirits, and depending on the heaviness of people and whatever they're carrying, whatever they have going on within them, it's not always an energy exchange, but if you're engaging them, it is, unless you're guarded off against their energy. And so I've been having a lot of, where I've been having to engage different kind of energies because of the mission that I was recently on. And as I said, when I return home, there's a whole nother thing going on back home. So just trying to recover and just get to a place, just recalibrating, so to speak. And so, again, that leads me to what I'm speaking about today, because it's a thing where we have to be careful of how we move, who we're moving with, who we're engaging. And I've come to a place where I've come to terms with certain people, you just can't engage them at all. And I'm going to take it a step further and say, if God is telling you to leave certain people alone, leave them alone. Because what it is they're, we already know sometimes people have ill intentions towards us, or, those monitoring spirits, or the ones trying to, whatever it is. Even though all of that is so, we have to remember we wrestle not against flesh and blood. These are principalities and spiritual wickednesses in our high places. In other words, we're wrestling with, it's a spiritual warfare, and it's demonic activity. It's demonic. It's all diabolical. And so what happens is, when people are carrying these demonic spirits with them, and you're engaging them in a way where you're not breaking through, they're not getting any breakthrough and getting free from your interaction with them, it can be a problem. It can be a problem. It can be a drain. And again, the idea for the enemy, because again, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. The idea is for the enemy to wear you down. So you have to be careful who you're engaging with. And I'm talking about family too. I'm talking about if you're married to someone who's carrying has demonic entities residing in them, where it's draining and it's not good for you. I'm talking about you might need to consider a divorce. I'm not telling nobody what to do, but I'm just saying it does happen. And these things are not good for you. Those things and those entities they're designed to wear you down, to stop you from fulfilling the will of God. And what I've learned recently, God showed it to me so clearly, how it's been a thing of how people, and again, I'm seeing people, but we know that the devil works through people. So people will try to keep you out of the will of God. But what people are really doing is really the devil using them. And the devil can use people. They may be in their mind, because they have open doors, whether it be of jealousy, envy, or just caught up in this world and the ways of the world and think they got to compete and think they have to have more status, whatever it is, because they have that going on. They're open prey for the enemy to use to try to keep you out of the will of God, because you're moving in the will of God. And so what I'm getting to is, because the enemy wants to keep you out of the will of God, and he will use people to try to keep you out of the will of God, one of the ways that he will try to keep you out of the will of God is by engaging people that you shouldn't be engaging. Now, why is that so? Because if someone is not good for you, if there any interaction or engagement with them is all designed to pull you down, and you don't have to deal with them. Now, if it's someone that you have to deal with to some extent, you want to keep it short, minimal, and of course let God guide you in all of that. And I'm going to say also, if God is telling you to let go of certain folks, leave them alone, you must do so, simply because your interaction with them is keeping you out of the will of God. And on one level, it's just by the very fact that if God said leave them alone, and or they're no good for you, that alone is keeping you out of the will of God. So, what am I saying here? I am saying that you can engage